So I have no idea how well this will or will not work. I have a measuring cup here. We're going to do, these are brand new. Okay, let me fix that. Okay, I got a little measuring cup here. Let's figure this out. This is like, oh, there's mils. Let's put in whatever this thing is first. We're going to fill it up to about 5 mils of this. Now that's not quite 5 mils, it's closer to 2.5. I don't want to use it all either, so let's put in the rosin next. Seeing where that is. The way to find out is to look at the two bottles and see where it is. That says I've used a bit more of the blue stuff. So we'll throw a bit more of this in. There. Now we'll mix that up. And we're going to put some rubbing alcohol in it to thin it down, 70%. Start with that much. So at this point it's kind of cloudy and it's drippy. Let's keep mixing. Yeah, that's the consistency that I want. Okay, so make sure we're well mixed. And pour a little in. And use a brush and spread that around a bit. And pour some more in. So we ran out of battery. However, at this point, this is doing pretty much what I thought I wanted it to. This here is getting a little, not quite where I wanted it all in here, but we have a brush, we can brush that back to cover areas. Plus we can make sure that it's coated in here, which is what we're really looking for. What I've got now is I can see that it's wet there. There's a little puddle here, it's wet through here, and this surface face is wet. So if it stays looking like that, then that's the effect that I'm looking for. Okay, it's been about 20 minutes. And I just want to show you what this, I'm happy with this. Let's take a look in here. If you look, it's hard to see with the camera, but that looks kind of wet in there. And if I'm looking up here, I got a little puddle here. This looks wet. The front of this looks wet. And this looks wet. It could have had a little more of a puddle there maybe. But other than that, I kind of like the way this wet stuff worked out. Now this is kind of in the shade right now, so it's hard to see, but when I look at it, I can see it looks like there's water there. Neat, that's what I was looking for. Trying to do city planning, and I think I've kind of got it. We've got this coming in from the other module, so it curves around, goes back. We're going to have a road that goes up here, across the bridge to the trailer park, and that road will just be dirt back there. But this will be a paved road. There's a T intersection there. There's the service station here, a couple of buildings, building, motel. Got a blank space there I'm not sure what to do with. But as we look over the top of this, this should allow me to come in, you know, if I were a vehicle, I could drive in here, get gas, drive out, head off up here. This is a sidewalk area where you see the blue stripes, and you can't quite see it, but there is room for parallel parking along the main street here. And again, sidewalk along there, and just enough room for parking on the one side. No sidewalk through this area. This here is going to be a gravel area for parking, and I think I'll just make this a green kind of square in there. This is the area where I think I'd like to put a building, but I don't have one, so I'm not sure. Yeah. But this gives me lots of room in behind here. I can grass in this. Gives me room here. Gives me room for a little bit of parking, gravel in here. A little bit of room in here. Oh, I know, I can turn this into a parking lot for the hotel in here. That would work. Then with all of this being gravel, like from here to about here, and then this I may put a little hill or something in, that butts up against this. So the gravel section would be along here, where you can see these houses are. And if I do a little hill, the little hill would just go in here, and this is of course the road going over there, so I continue that road. So I think that will work. Okay, I'm going to leave it and think about it for a while I do other stuff. Alright, that's the final placement for the buildings here. They're all weathered, the trailers. This is even glued in. I now need to put in some gravel, and I'm going to use this stuff, which is a blend of gray and a little black in there. And I've got kind of an area here that I'm going to make green, so I need to put glue down on the rest. For glue, I'm going to use this with water. About a 50-50 mix, I think. First up, some glue. I'll go grab some water. Maybe a little thicker than that. The advantage of mixing it with water is it'll take a little bit longer to dry, which I want. in their respective areas there. Okay, that's got that. And we'll just place the house and shed up there. And we'll go over here. We'll grab our brush, put glue on, and now in here I want to have a little pathway that goes kind of like this. And down here, this will all be gravel. There'll be gravel there. Back through here. And yeah, I'm going to place the buildings and stuff right over top of this. Okay, I think that's good. Now, let's smear a bit of glue on the bottom of this guy. Okay, now we got kind of like one chance for placement, so it goes right there like that. Okay, I'll do the house. And by using white glue, it means that if it's there for a little bit and I decide I don't like it, then it becomes really easy to wet it down and remove it. You go there and there, like that. Now we start with these trailers. So for the trailer, got this little piece in here. That'll hold glue. That's really all we need. We'll put a little on the doorstep there as well. And then this goes in there. So we'll push it into the dirt, into the gravel. There we go. next one, do the same thing. This one goes more like this. Just roughly place these. So that'll go like that. That'll go like that. That one goes like that. Okay, so glue along this bottom piece. Oh, and the doorstep. In like that. Okay, that leaves just enough room for a car to come up here and